Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on BBAI on February the 10th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $8.83. And at this very point, my main assumption was that potentially this asset might have another tiny leg to the upside that potentially might land somewhere around $10.5 or $10.6. And then if this line of $6.5 holds as the range of support, it can have another leg to the upside. And guys, take a look right here. This is the point where I made my previous video, and I told you that if this level holds, we might have another leg to the upside that potentially might land somewhere around $10.5 or $10.6. It hit right here. Let me mark this as the bottom of the fourth wave and this as the top of the fifth wave. It hit about $10.53 mark, and then guys, it broke this crucial level of support. Right after this breakout, we had to wait for longer consolidation phase, and since then guys, it was in quite sideways movement for about several months. It took about 111 days to see its next major movement to the upside. And guys, as you can see, technical analysis works perfectly well. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, let me remind you that July 31st is the last day when you can join my Patreon for lower prices. I will remove on July 31st General Supporter tier and Discord Access tier for $5 and $35 respectively. And you will be able to join my Patreon only for $50 and above. And guys, let me show you a sneak peek what you will have for this money. So this is just one day of my communications with my patrons. You can see that when the trading session began, I made this call to short WDC, C and TTMI. And guys, since then this asset lost from 5 to 11% of their value. On top of that, guys, you can see that here is my personal opinion that was closed for 2.8% of profit. And then I added another call to action to short NEO. You can see that I made a direct call to action when my patrons should short the stock if they want to. And here you can see the exact point when it happened, and it was just a very short term trade for about 1.5% of profit. On top of that, guys, for the people who don't like to short, here's the call for swing trade long position. And guys, since I made this call, this asset went up by more than 1.2%. And it is not the only one. Here you can see that I made another call on June the 20th, and it was a long position on McDonald's, so with the entry level from 288 to 280. And guys, since then McDonald's went up by I believe 5 or 6%. And this is what you will have for your $35 if you join my Patreon before July 31st. And guys, I have 7 days money back guarantee. If you don't like anything in this subscription, you can leave my Patreon and I will pay you back all of your money.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, on today's video I will show you my technical analysis and my thoughts about the upcoming movements of this asset, and I will show you one of the simplest way how you can do your own technical analysis and how you can identify the price targets for this asset. This video will literally blow your mind, and let's begin first of all with some fundamentals. I want to pay attention to the general sentiment related to BBAI stock. If you type in Google search bar BBAI stock and switch to new stock folder, you will see a lot of recent news, which means a lot of attention. Well, this asset grabs a lot of attention of retail investors and of institutional investors as well. On top of that, guys, I want to show you this chart. It is the institutional ownership of BBAI stock, and as you can see, this asset is moving higher in terms of the institutional investors who want to hold this stock in their investment portfolios, despite quite substantial decline in the price of this asset. On top of that, guys, let me show you this article that was published just a couple of days ago on barchart.com, and here you can see that it is titled, "Can this hidden gem AI stock be the next big defense winner?" And a lot of people, a lot of investors, they think that BBAI is some kind of Palantir stock, light version of Palantir stock. And to be honest, I also see quite a lot of similarities, because if we zoom out on a daily time frame, you can see that it also has some kind of death valley of its price action. And for now, guys, we have a extremely high volume that potentially shows the interest from retail investors and institutional investors to this stock. And I will show you what should we expect next within literally a couple of minutes. And before we dive deep into the technical analysis, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, first of all, let me show you some negative signs that are not so bullish. I have to admit that right after this movement happened, we can conclude that with this bottom that was lower than the initial bottom of this potential third wave, we couldn't tell that this asset was in uptrend, and it confirms this fact was confirmed by the sideways movement for more than 100 days. And in general, guys, from this bottom, potentially this asset had just A, B, C to the upside, and this means it is in diagonal movement. So far it is still in diagonal movement, and that is why we have to be cautious with our price targets. But guys, let me show you some similarities right here. Pay your attention to pay your attention to this part of its chart and this part of its chart. Don't you think that it is quite similar? Let me show you like this. Wait a second, I will show you these waves. This might be the first, second, third, fourth and fifth. It is nothing else but a leading first wave diagonal. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same exact pattern we have right here. Next one, guys, take a look at this movement. Let me delete all these tools. Take a look at this part of its chart. And this part. Again, we have a lot of similarities with the volume right here and right here. And what should we expect next? Guys, according to Elliott wave theory, each and every wave should have 5 waves in the trend direction and 3 waves in the counter trend direction. It is just a general rule of Elliott wave theory. And take a look right here. If this is the first wave, this is the second, guys, potentially, let's switch to hourly time frame. This might be the third wave that has the highest volume. And this means this consolidation is nothing else but a potential fourth wave. We have first wave diagonal, then second wave retracement, then motive wave to the upside that consists of 5 waves, then retracement. And for now, guys, it becomes quite tricky, because I will show you that from this point we have 2 options, and potentially we have another leg to the upside. So what will be the price target of this top of the 5th wave? We can project it if we know for sure that the bottom of the 4th wave is this one. And technically speaking, we can count this as the bottom of the 4th wave. And let's pull the fib extension tool from the bottom of the 3rd wave to the top of the 3rd wave and to the bottom of retracement. And guys, the most conservative price target for the 5th wave is 0.786. It is $10.33, which means from the current price it can be up to 36% of potential profit with downside potential, and you should put your stop loss slightly below this bottom, of 19%. Not the best risk to reward ratio of less than around 2 to 1, and that is why, guys, it is not the best choice to enter your position. But let me show you quite interesting pattern. First of all, guys, In most common scenario, we might have this as our A, B and C wave to the downside, and C wave should usually break this bottom, and if it is the top of the B wave, we can project the length of the C wave from the length of the A wave, and we can do it. Wait a second, I will show you in details again by pulling Fib extension tool from this top to this bottom and to this top. And one-to-one extension might be the point, the most common ratio in between A wave and C wave. And guys, it is pretty much the same level as this bottom. But we have the second option. And the second option is much more interesting because, let's delete unnecessary tool, we might have A, B, C, D and E correction in the shape of a triangle. And this might be something like this. A, B, C, I believe D wave might be a little bit higher, and another leg to the downside. And what are the crucial points for this pattern? First of all, we can identify the levels of resistance. If we connect these tops, potentially this should be the top of the D wave. And we can connect these two bottoms. And well, if it is the bottom of the C wave, in this case, we might have another leg to the upside to complete the D, and the E wave might be again at this point. So it is quite tricky because we might have another pattern that will form the C wave a little bit lower. From this top, we might have another leg to the downside that will somewhere here hit this range of support, and it shouldn't break this bottom. Then it can have another leg to the upside and another E wave at this point, and right after that the breakout should happen. And in this case, guys, the risk to reward ratio becomes more lucrative because if this asset, well, if it forms something like this, we have much more tighter range of support and the invalidation point. In this case, if it breaks this previous bottom, if it breaks the level of about let's say $7 mark, it is a round number by itself. If it breaks it to the downside, this count will be invalidated, and in this case, guys, you might have up to 9% of potential losses with an upside potential of about 36%. And in this case, risk to reward ratio becomes more lucrative. It can be up to 4 to 1. And guys, if this asset breaks 0.786 and we might have an extension in the fifth wave, this is just the most conservative target. In this case, risk to reward ratio might be even more lucrative. And to be honest, I don't like this type of trades because these assets are very volatile, and it exposes, well, it gives a lot of potential risks. It brings a lot of potential risks on the table. That is why I prefer to have more conservative trades. But definitely from the technical standpoint, the setup is still here. That is why, guys, $10.33 is the closest price target that this asset might hit within next, I would say, couple of weeks. And if so, I will do another update where I will show you what next, what should we expect next from its price action. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm